Sometimes, life does not destroy us with noise. Sometimes it destroys us quietly, through decisions made out of love. This is not just a story about betrayal. It is a story about marriage, about pressure, about power, and about the painful price some people pay so the people they love can survive. This is the story of William Thompson and the woman who loved him enough to lose herself just to save her family. William Thompson was a respected businessman living in Lekki, Lagos. He was disciplined, hardworking, and deeply devoted to his family. His wife, Sandra, was the kind of woman whose strength did not come from noise, but from consistency. She was beautiful, intelligent, and gentle, but above all, loyal. They had 2 children who were in boarding school. Whenever the children came home on holiday, the house came alive again. Laughter filled the rooms. Footsteps echoed through the corridors. One evening, Sandra prepared dinner and called the children downstairs. They gathered at the dining table as a family. William looked at his youngest daughter and said, "Bless the food." She prayed softly. They all said amen. They laughed. William then said, "Always look out for each other. Always pray and never forget, family comes first." That night, no one at that table knew how heavy those words would soon become. Sandra never allowed William to leave for work without breakfast. No matter how tired she was, no matter how late she felt, their love was playful. Sometimes William would call her from the office and say, "Don't cook tonight, we're eating out. Wear the blue dress, the one I like." Sandra would laugh. Other times, Sandra would send flowers to William's office with a handwritten note. William would call her back smiling and say, "I don't know what I'd do without you." They played golf together. They prayed together. They joked together. Their marriage was not perfect, but it was intentional. One afternoon at a golf club, William and Sandra met William's close friend, Mr. Salako. Salako introduced them to a powerful billionaire, Chief Coker. Chief Coker looked at Sandra and smiled. "William, you married a very beautiful woman." William thanked him proudly, but admiration, when mixed with power, can become dangerous. Weeks later, William came home quieter than usual. Sandra noticed immediately. "What's wrong, honey?" William explained. "An oil and gas deal, massive profit, short duration, but he needed $1 million, and the bank wanted their house as collateral." Sandra felt fear rise in her chest. "What if something goes wrong?" William tried to reassure her. "My lawyer verified everything. Captain James has done this for years." But Sandra felt it. Something was wrong. Against her instincts, she agreed. Days later, the vessel was seized by the Navy. Illegal documents, fraud allegations, government investigation. William collapsed in his office. When he recovered, everything had changed. No money, no capital. A bank loan counting down with interest. One night, Sandra found William crying in the bathroom. "I failed my family," he said. Sandra held him tightly. "We will survive this," she whispered. "God will make a way." But she did not yet know the price. Hope returned when Salako brought news. Chief Coker had secured a multi-million-dollar stadium contract. Salako said, "I have spoken to him. He may give you part of the contract so you can come out of this problem." William replied, "You know this is not my line of business." Salako smiled and said, "Don't worry, I will talk to Chief Coker." William submitted his proposal. Chief Coker rejected. "I cannot risk my reputation." William went home broken. Sandra looked at him and said softly, "Honey, maybe I should go and talk to him. Let him know how important this is to us." William agreed. Sandra went alone to see Chief Coker. She pleaded. She explained. She cried. Then came the condition. Came the row. One night, complete secrecy. Contract guaranteed. Sandra refused. She slammed Chief Coker's office door shut, anger written all over her face, and returned home. The next day, the bank reminder arrived. William cried again. Sandra looked at her husband and made a decision she would never forgive herself for. She paid the price, and the contract was approved. Chief Coker called William and said, "Hello, Mr. William, you got the contract." William celebrated. He thanked God. He praised his wife without knowing the price she had paid. Sandra smiled, carrying guilt heavier than stone. From that moment on, Sandra became depressed. She started drinking. She stopped going to work. She stopped picking the children's calls. A sweet home turned into a sorrowful place. All William's efforts to understand what was wrong with his wife proved abortive. Sandra kept the secret. She cried day and night. Her fear was simple. If my husband finds out, my marriage will be over. But the truth eventually found its way out. Selako, whom Chief Coker had discussed the matter with, told William everything. When William confronted Sandra, she confessed, on her knees, in tears. "I did it for our family." William cried, not in anger, but in pain. "You suffered alone when you shouldn't have," Denise said. "At least you should have trusted me. I was the one who brought this problem upon us. I should be the one ashamed." They held each other and cried until there were no tears left. William forgave her, and Sandra forgave her husband. They renewed their vows in church. Their children returned home. Their family healed. Elsewhere, Chief Coker knelt in church, asking God for forgiveness. Because power may buy bodies, but it can never buy peace. Moral, lesson outro. Every story leaves us with a question. Not a question about others, but a question about ourselves. This story teaches us that love is not tested in comfort. It is tested in crisis. It reminds us that desperation can push good people into painful decisions, and that sometimes the sacrifices made out of love are the very things that haunt us later. It shows us that power without character is dangerous, and that wealth can open doors, but it can also destroy lives when used without conscience. This story also teaches us something difficult to accept, that silence can damage a marriage just as much as betrayal. Sandra did not fall because she loved another man. She fell because she carried her pain alone. And William did not hurt his wife because he stopped loving her. He hurt her because he did not know the weight she was carrying. But above all, this story reminds us that forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is strength. It takes courage to admit mistakes. It takes deeper courage to forgive them. Marriage is not about perfection. It is about patience. It is about communication. It is about choosing each other, even on the days it hurts. If you were in Sandra's position, what would you have done? If you were in William's position, could you forgive? And if you were watching from outside like Selako, would you protect a home or destroy it? Let this story remind us to talk to our partners, to ask questions, to listen, and to never allow pride or silence to ruin what love built. If this story touched you, share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience may help someone else. Like, subscribe, and stay with us. Because sometimes the stories we listen to today save the lives we live tomorrow. Thank you for watching.